Hi everyone, my name is Janeth and welcome to my video. If you're watching this, thank you so much for spending some time out of your day. What this video is going to be about is all the work I've been doing for the past 2 years. And before I get into that, I just want to set some time apart and thank each and every one of you. If you're watching this, then that means you are someone important in my life, and in some way or form, you have shaped me and developed me to become the person I am today. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me become this person I am today, and I want to invite you to continue to be part of my journey. And with that, I just want to go into what I've been doing the past 2 years, what I'm passionate about, and what I want to do in the future. So for the past 2 years, I've been working with a nonprofit called Heal International. And some of you may be wondering, what is Heal International? Well, in a nutshell, Heal International is a nonprofit that focuses on health education, microgrants for women, and human equality. What HEAL actually stands for is Health Empowerment, Aid, and Light. So what this nonprofit focuses on is on different areas throughout the community, such as at-risk youth, sex-trafficked children, and it focuses on health education throughout Arizona and Tanzania, Africa. So how did I get involved? Well, some of you may or may not know, but I transferred to Arizona State University about 2 years ago, where I took my very first HIV and AIDS class. So one of the reasons why I even took that class was because I thought it sounded really unique, and it was a unique class. And also because I was curious to know how you can teach an entire semester's worth of just HIV and AIDS. Like, here I was thinking, prior to taking this class, I was a person who thought HIV and AIDS is not really relevant. It was big in the 80s, but not so much now. It's under control. There's medication for it. Right? I mean, I didn't really know much about it. So taking this class really opened my eyes that there is a large community. I mean, this is something that affects everyone throughout the world. So it was just mind-blowing to me. And basically within that class, I had to serve a certain amount of hours of volunteer time throughout my community. So what I ran into was this nonprofit called Heal International. And I liked it, and I was involved in some way, but what really, really changed everything for me was the moment that a position opened up for of my own program. So let me pause there. Heal International runs several different programs, and one of them is called Of My Own. This program focuses on helping children who have been sex trafficked to see a new future for themselves, to see that their past does not have to be their future. So with that, let's just continue. Okay, so this position opened up it was an assistant coordinator to the program Of My Own. Now, prior to going into that program, I had no idea how this program would change my life, my perspective of everything, and just really like who I am today. It really did change me. So that's really what I want to share with you. For the past 2 years, I've been working with children who have been sex trafficked. And like I said, prior to going into this program, I didn't really know what I was getting into, like what I was signing up for. All I knew is that I was going to work with children who had been sex trafficked, how important it was for me to be someone they can count on, to be someone who they could rely on, depend on, how important it would be for me to show up on time and be a woman of my word. So that's all I knew. And so once I actually started working in this program, I started working closely with one of the board directors. Her name is Amanda Stottle, and really, I don't even think I've had the opportunity to tell her myself that she served as a mentor to me. Really, she changed all my perspective of everything I see. She helped me so much to develop and grow in this program. So basically, um, when I would run into situations where I didn't know how to handle it, Amanda would be the go-to person. Amanda would be that person that I would, ask her, like, what do you do in this situation? How do you handle this? What can I do? So she really was a fantastic person and a mentor to me, more than just my so-called boss. So within that program, I got to work closely with girls. With girls who have been sex trafficked, children from the ages of 11 to 17. I got to interact with them. I got to see the fun in them again. I had the opportunity to see something in these girls that hadn't been there for them in a long time. This is a really touchy subject for me. I don't really know how to talk about my experience, so I guess I'll just start with why it's so important to me. It's so important to me to continue working with these children because I think of all the kids who have touched my life. I have a bunch of friends and family who have children today, and I see them, and I just think it's not fair. It's not fair that the children today in our community have to go through something so terrible such as sex trafficking. It's not fair. Why them, and why any children in this community of ours, in the United States, in our world, why do they have to go through that? It's not fair. No child should ever have to go through sex trafficking. And so working with these girls, it was so easy to forget that they had been through something terrible, because I was that person who provided an opportunity for them to forget their past and provide a new future for them. And just thinking of all that work, it's really incredible to think about like all the lives that I could have touched, just like you who's watching this video and has touched my life in some way. I'll never know the difference I've made for them, but I know that at least I made a difference for them for one day, and that to me just makes me so happy, and it makes all the struggles of, the logistics and the donations and just time change and anything else, that any other obstacle that was thrown in my way, it makes it all worth it. And honestly, I had no idea how these children would change my life, how they would change my perspective. And now what I can tell you is that I am a leader. I'm a person who accepts everyone for who they are. I don't care what you believe in or what color skin you are. I don't care about any of that. I accept you, and I accept everyone for who they are. And I want to be a role model for these children. I want to continue to work with them. I want to continue to change lives. I'm very, 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 very passionate about just stopping sex trafficking and doing more, just expanding throughout the community, collaborating with other people who are doing similar work, and just putting an end to this. Because, like I said before, no child deserves to ever be sex trafficked. And I don't know if you know, but 1 in 6 children that go missing here in the United States are often in danger for being sex trafficked. Probably are being sex trafficked. That's something that I didn't know, and it really just, like I said, I have tons of friends and family who have kids, and just think about it. How many children do you know in your life, and how many children would, in that group be sex trafficked? I had a great childhood, and I think that's how every child should live their childhood. This is why I'm very passionate about it. I don't have children yet, but I do want to have children in the future. And again, I want to fight for a future where this is something that they don't have to worry about. And it's going to be a lot of work, because one of the main problems is that there isn't enough awareness. People think that sex trafficking does not occur in the United States. And so that is something that it's a work in progress. But like I said, I am very passionate about it. I'm willing to do what it takes to be someone who is representative of these children, because if not me, then who? You know, I welcome all of you to be part of my journey and stopping sex trafficking. And also, again, I just want to thank you. Thank you for spending the last 10 minutes hearing me out, hearing about my passions, hearing about why this is so important to me, how everything started for me, and what my future direction is. I'm crazy about what I do, and the work I'm doing is only expanding. I've already, talked throughout my community here in Arizona about health education, and I am expanding that work in Tanzania and Africa. I think that is equally as important. The whole epidemic about HIV and AIDS is equally as important. But what I want to do is focus on the area that needs more attention. And this video was hard to make. It was hard because I haven't really had a chance to express what this program is to me, what it's meant to me, and how it's changed me. And even sending this video is going to be hard because I am putting myself out there. So I hope that you really, listen to this with an open mind and a big heart. And thank you again. And please feel free to contact me and ask me any questions that you like. So again, thank you, and I will see you the next time.